Hello kids, welcome to my room. I know it looks like merde, mais c'est la vie. Oui, oui.
Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, and I guess part 2 of my moving to New York series. We will see how many of this we will have. In this video, I just wanted to share my feelings about the moving process and how I feel about my last days in Istanbul. It wasn't as big of an emotional roller coaster as I expected. I had one mental breakdown about my fear of dying from loneliness and not being successful at what I love to do. It's a heavy feeling. I have always been an overachiever academically. A part of me is really seeking that feeling of success and reward and validation from outside, and it's like if I'm not successful at what I'm gonna do, I'm not only failing myself, but I'm also failing against, capitalism. And there is this horrible voice in my head, and it's saying, you're not at a place to pursue your dreams of becoming an actress in a foreign country. You are legally blind. You are already like 24 and you don't really have enough money to afford so many extra things that, becoming an actor requires. You're basically gonna lose. That's like the voice in my head, the voice of capitalism talking to me and telling me you should get a job. You should just stay wherever you are and get a job, and doesn't matter what it is. Like, you have to just make money. And if you want to become an entrepreneur or like take a risk like this, you should pick something that's gonna have like a monetary return, that's gonna make you profit. And it doesn't matter what it is, as long as you make profit. I don't know where this voice comes from. I guess it's just everywhere. But yeah, it's like that part of me that I basically like wanna mute. I'm only permitted to mute it for like 8 hours, then it comes back. But besides the fear, the last few days I had made me appreciate so many things in my life. I went to my last Pilates class, which, I really appreciated having that opportunity for like a year to go to Pilates. And it's not only Pilates, but I was wearing my favorite necklace and I took it off because I was afraid that it was gonna, break. My teacher was playing with it and it broke. And she collected all the little, beads. She went to a jewelry store and got it fixed. And I really appreciate this woman who's been seeing my sweatiest, most disgusting self every time, and like she took that time to get my like cheap jewelry fixed. And I don't know. I feel emotional. I indulged in the things that I love and I try to, collect them for you in this video. I had my last cup of tea. I had my last cup of coffee from our really old coffee machine. I had my last peach. I had my last cup of strawberries. And I know it's crazy because I'm gonna, have coffee in New York. It's just, I don't know, maybe I just wanted to romanticize my life. And I everything I did, I felt very mindful, like playing my piano for the last time. I appreciated getting my eyebrows done, and I appreciated having a close friend pick the remaining little hairs from my face with a little, napkin.
Çok tatlı bir çocuk.
I had a got together with my friends, like specifically with my friends from theater, and I really appreciate. This is like my gratitude journal. I assume today it's being my gratitude journal.
Seni şimdi içeri almam gerekiyor değil mi? Ama ben ne yapmadım? Anahtar getirmedim.
I felt very grateful for having those friends from theater who are like supporting me and who are kind of muting that terrible voice, and like they help me fight that, even though they don't know it, but they help me fight that fear of failure in my head, and they're like so supportive, and I really appreciate that, and I really appreciate having my closest friends in New York, planning my first night in New York together, and like it's like, yeah, I'm moving to, I'm moving across the ocean, but at the same time it feels like I'm moving to a different neighborhood, like the neighborhood in the next street or something like that. My friends are making my experience so smooth, and I'm really thankful for all of your nice comments under my previous video, and also the messages you sent, and I also appreciate my parents. My mom really helped me out with packing all my life into 2 large suitcases and a small suitcase. They are very patient. Actually, last night I went to bed. I was perfectly well, and I woke up at 4 a.m. in the morning with the worst cold shiver in my life. I couldn't even stand. It took me 5 minutes to get out of the bed and tell my mom that I probably had to go to the hospital. I had a terrible fever, and I was really scared that I got COVID. I got an IV. Actually just came from the hospital. I guess I'll see you in New York. Just closed one of my suitcases, and I'm trying to pick winter jackets. I'm making an army of people pick my jacket right now. I also need your input, so please comment down below. I know it will be too late, but we will see which one I picked, and hopefully I won't regret my decision. This one is a raincoat for maybe October, and then I think in November it will be colder. Classic but sporty at the same time. I don't really have a style. I like things that I can match with everything else, especially when you move abroad, when you have a small place to store your clothes. And it's not only that the space is small, but moving is really hard when you have a lot of stuff, so I try to have as little things as possible, but still, this is everybody's favorite. I like the bag. It's kind of like a princess jacket, so I like that style. If I'm not being overly optimistic, I'm planning to wear this in the coldest months. It's some sort of bird feather in it, goose, or I don't know. I actually don't see myself, so I don't know how it looks like. And of course I'm gonna wear it with a scarf when it's very cold. This is also a lot of people's favorites. This will get me through very cold days, but also not so cold days, because the material is very light, but it's also goose feather. I'll probably take this one. So I'm obsessed with this jacket. It's like a grandma jacket, but I like the grandma style. I'm not even a mother yet, but I don't know, I just feel like a grandma. It has this vintage vibe, and I like the circle neck, I don't know what it's called. I don't know, it's very cute, but it's seasonal, so I don't know for how long I can wear this. It's really hard when you're moving somewhere you've never been. I think we underestimate how much of a role the climate plays in our life. I like cold winters. Not as cold as Toronto, but I like places where it's usually colder, it snows, and it's dark, because I see more easily, when it's darker usually. This is kind of one of the reasons why I didn't want to go to LA. The conservatory that I applied to, they also have another branch in LA. They teach very similar things. There are a few differences between the curriculum based on what is more available in the area. I think the New York campus have more musical theater, singing, musical theater, dance. And I think the LA one has more improv. I don't know, usually similar things. I actually did not even consider moving to LA because it would be very sunny. From what I see on, social media and hear from other people, people are very car dependent in LA, and I really need public transport. Because of my vision problem, I can never get a driver's license. But I like the cold weather, so
Açıp izlesin bizi. Amerika'da bizi özlersen açıp izle.
Özlemeyeceksin çünkü ben muhtemelen yanına gelirim.